when I got 700 in my first attempt, it's a really, really low point. I was like, okay, all my dreams and hopes, I'm not even sure if I have to pursue this path anymore, because without a high score, it's going to be really, really tough, right? I have to rethink all my strategy, all my planning, and it's the 3 weeks are really, really a struggle. At the same time, I have to go to work, pretend nothing happened because I don't want. Yeah, when I first started, my goal is I want to be as efficient as possible. You can go to online, check out all those in forum to figure out what's the strategy, but I feel like it's better to attend an in-person class, pick up all the basics. So I signed up for a 9-week class for another a program. So by the end of that 9 weeks, so that's around the beginning of August, and I took like a second or third mock exam. Surprisingly, my verbal score didn't even improve at all compared to my mock exam, like before my class.
What did you mock test for the class?
Was so end of June, before I even took any classes, I took the exam. I got 33.
Okay.
That's my mock exam. And then 9 weeks later, I took another exam. I got 34. So I was like, that's the moment I realized, okay, this is not working for me. I got to figure out something else. So, leaning towards the week before my exam, you can probably tell that from my history that I didn't do any e-GMAT courses anymore. I stopped. Before that, I took a few GMAT official mock exam. I got, range from 730 to 760. That was before that. That was by the time I was concentrating on GMAT courses. I got 760. I was like, okay, pretty good. I'm confident. And then the last week, I stopped. I deviated from that.
You did not do Scholarinium at all.
Exactly. I started, all I did, I focused on quantity. Okay, I bought an additional GMAT official question package. I just started jam-pack, like 50 questions every day. By the end of the week, I finished all the 600, 700 questions. And I was like, okay, that's the secret sauce. The more questions you do, the better score I can get. And then later on, realized this is a completely wrong strategy, because I didn't really focus on, for example, the pre-thinking. All I focus is, okay, I read the question, I get the answer right. Okay, on to the next one. That's when I realized everything just completely kind of went downwards. And not surprisingly, I got 34. And Shirin, the one-on-one with Shirin, because he had the same experience I did. He took the GMAT a few times, and the verbal is the part that he was struggling with. And he started, I think, from 30 something all the way to 40, 41 plus. I was like, that's the same thing. If he can do that, I can do that as well. Just need to follow the steps. So that really gave me a confidence and hope. So after that 3 weeks, I didn't really do a lot of questions though. I spent I did maybe 20 or 30 questions every day and maximum, and with the time zone, and spend a lot more time analyze the question after that. So a complete change in the methodology. It's not because I don't know what I need to be done. It's just like I have to assure myself this is the way to go. Don't deviate from that, especially. For CR and RC question, the pre-thinking is totally game changing, because no one ever told me about pre-thinking. until e-GMAT. Because without that, it's no way you're gonna solve the 700 level questions efficiently within 2 minutes. There's just no way. So that's what felt like it's what makes the differences. Sentence correction, the meaning-based approach. You know, this is really like a game changer, because for me before that I was learning all the stuff. For example, like, you know, the basic for sure. You need to understand the grammar. You need to know what are the things. But at the end of the day, they don't really stress the meaning, because when you get to 700 level, the grammar is not going to be the deciding factor. Because what happened is you're always going to have 2 options left or 3 options left for you. All of them looks right. There's no grammar issues. A bunch of, you know, maybe the modifier have a different positions. So that's where it comes to meaning, right? And also, you're not going to have a lot of time. You only have 1.5 minutes to solve one question. So you don't have a lot of time to think about, okay, what are the strategies here? So that's the differences here. The best part for, you know, the questions in GMAT is a combination, right? It will have the official questions, and at the same time we'll have the zone questions. So, you know, all I need to do is just follow those steps, you know, figure out, get all the courses finished and do the questions step by step. And I don't have to, you know, go out to, you know, okay, should I maybe do this today or do that today, you know, pick and choose. And, you know, everything is in outlining for me, you know, so it's just really straightforward. Because, you know, we do have a full-time job, you know, it's impossible for me to spend like a lot of time every day. 2 hours a day, that's pretty much maximum for me. You know, a few hours during the weekend, so like 20 hours maximum during the week. That's all I can have. So I want to find something as efficient as possible.
So what you're really saying is you don't have to worry about what to do. You have to just say, hey, this is laid out for me. I could really just tick, and you could do this, and everything was there.
Exactly. And the best part is there's a way you can, everything is quantitative, right? You can see the result. What are your baseline score? You know, for example, the planning tool that you have is really powerful, because I input my baseline, and this is, you know, the score that I'm targeting. How many days I need, how many hours I need, is everything's there. I can even schedule my GMAT exam date based on that. So just making it so much easier for me to do. And that and at first I thought, okay, this is online course, you know, I finished the course, that's it. But I didn't realize the power of, you know, like the responses I can get from you guys. All those questions I have, for example, the first question I ask is, I finished the sentence correction section. How do I maintain my ability while you know keep with those, you know, questions? So I got a really detailed step-by-step responses from you guys. You know, what all these semantic methodologies, and you have to practice the hard and medium question with a certain percentage ability score. And that makes me realize, wow, if I can just follow steps, nothing I need to worry about. And that's the best part. And there's a few other questions I ask as well. For example, one thing I asked right after my first attempt, I'm really frustrated because I didn't really get the target score I want. And Sharon gave me a video session. I was not expecting that impacting that at all, and he speak from his own experience and lay out me a plan going forward. So that's really helpful. And I think the week before my exam, Kieran and gave me some of the do and do not list, you know, on the exam day, and that's really helpful as well. So all of those are extra. I didn't really, you know, expect it when I first signed up, but later on I realized, wow, that is so much value I can get from an online course. So Really appreciate it.
Well, I